Whoa, like whoa. Hey, hey.
Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Fate. And if it's your first time, or you found your way back to me, it was fate that brought us together. I got something special. I got something special for all y'all today. I call it Vlad Tips. Vampires. Mono Black. And what's very special about this deck is this deck's probably going to be a tier 1. It's probably going to see a lot of play from the point that I put this video out. So, if you're getting a hold of it before everybody else, go ahead and get it into rotation. This is going to get you up into Mythic. This is a meta buster. Now, what's very special about this deck is we have 2 different instant win cons, as well as a life drain while we gain Vampire Mono Black Death. So let's start this off with the key components. The Bloodthirsty Conqueror says it has flying, death touch, and whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. Damage causes loss of life. Now, mixing it with a card like the Blight Priest, whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Having those 2 cards out triggers the combo, but there's other cards that we have in here that help do that, and it's going to draw into the secondary win con at the same time. So let's just start at the lowest end. We have the Icor Drinker. It has lifelink. You can tap it for 1 black, exile it from your graveyard, incubate 2. I only run 1 copy of that, and we're using it just for that lifelink. Deep Cavern Bat. Everybody knows about the bat tax. Now, it is in here because it has flying and lifelink. So we have an extensive sideboard for this killer little combo deck that we have. And we have a way to go from a field control combo style deck to a hand control combo style deck, where we have your basic hand control package of 3 Duresses, 2 Bandit's Talents, 2 Lillian of the Veils. We add an extra Deep Cavern Bat. You would just cut one of the Null Priest, but the extra Deep Cavern Bat, and then you'll have a little hand control package that you can go to. Now, let's just say that they are overly stout with like aggro decks or these token decks or any type of where they've got way more board presence than you, and you need to slow them down a little bit at least, to regain control of the game, or just to be able to stall out to meet the win conditions. We added 2 extra Bitter Triumphs, 2 Withering Torments for the creature as well as the enchantment, 2 Deadly Cover-Ups, and with that package, an extra Unholy Annex. So if we go into any type of say hand control, or you go to heavy control like field control, you add the extra Unholy Annex in just to make sure that you've got enough gas and draw to get back what you're spending out in order to regain the presence that you need in the field. So we'll get to the Bloodletter. Now it has flying, and if an opponent would lose life during your turn, they lose twice that much life instead. Now, if you know about the other win con, that's why we got the Rush of Dread in here, and it kind of is like a pseudo board sweep, pseudo discard your hand, and then target opponent loses half their life rounded up. All right, so it's multifaceted, and we get to use it in different directions. But if you play it for the target opponent loses half their life while the Bloodletter's on the field, that's an instant win. It's an instant win. It's game over. We also are using the Virtue of Persistence for answers, and as well as gaining 2 life. So as you see, there's a lot of life gaining here. So the Bloodthirsty Conqueror, if it hits directly to your opponent's face, it's going to trigger off that combo if you've got the Blight Priest on the field. Or if, say, for example, you don't have all the pieces for the Bloodthirsty Conqueror, or you don't have the Rush of Dread for the Bloodletter, I told you this deck is it's life drain. And there's other ways that we can drain their life, like with the Unholy Annex, which is going to give us gas, as well as you control a demon, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Otherwise, you lose 2 life. And gives you a 6/6 Black Demon Flyer. Now, let's just say, for example, if the Bloodletter's on the field and that kicks off, you gain the life because the Bloodletter is also a demon. But let's just say you don't have the 6/6 Flyer, nor do you have the Bloodletter. Oh, we are using something new. It's called the Soulstone Sanctuary. And this land for 4 becomes a 3/3 creature with vigilance and all creature types. And it's still a land. And it stays. It's not like you kind of have to keep tapping it back. You pay for it, comes out, has vigilance. It's a vampire and a demon. So it's going to get the buff from the Mark of Baron. It's well as it's going to meet the conditions for the Unholy Annex for having a demon on the field. Holy moly. That's a lot of ways to win. And I encourage you to check out the gameplay with this one. I am one of those players that enjoy tribals. I do. I enjoy tribals. I like to put them out there. And Innistrad has always been my favorite set in all of Magic. I like the vampires. I like the werewolves. I'm a vampire guy. So when I seen this selection of cards, I knew that this was going to be it. I've done a lot of playtesting on the deck. The first 2-3 drafts that I did of it gave me winning records, but not what I felt like the deck would produce. And then I went back in and I went at it even harder. And right now, and you can see the stats that are there, but having a 10-4 record, 71% on the draw, 71% on the are seeing the Bloodthirsty Conqueror putting its footprint into the meta right now. But I don't think that they're going to be able to deliver the punch that I'm going to be able to give you. They're counting on, taking and mixing it Orisol with white and black and using other cards. We're just going to use vampires. We're just going to drain their life. We're going to suck the life force slap out of them. And if we're tired of playing with them and we don't want to just sit there and just drain their life, man, we'll just roll over an infant combo on you. Or we'll just shut the door in your face. Just take this damage to your face and hit them with the Rush of Dread. Instant win combo. And just so they don't feel like they're getting rid of all the things that can destroy them, we got a lot of draw in this deck to keep it going. The Virtue of Persistence will help bring it back if they don't exile our graveyard from us. There's so many ways to make this come back, and it has so many different answers. But the fact that it has 2 instant win cons plus a battery of I'll drain you of your life force while increasing mine. So we could slow bleed them out. Just bleed them. Watch the blood drip down and have our vampires quench their thirst. Or we can just pop up and say, GG's, game. Take this damage. And without further ado, we'll take it from there. And then you can go and watch me make my opponents with the Vlad tips take this vampire damage.